Topic Smopic.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Topic Smopic. My name is Jarrett, and I'm joined by my co-hosts today, Steven and Ryley. Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
So, since it's the first episode, we are missing one person, I do want to say, which is Roach. He is unable to make it today, but that's fine. We don't really care much about him anyway. So, the rules of Topic Smopic are very simple, guys. So, the rules are that each week one person comes up with a topic to talk about. Since this is the first episode, I've chosen myself to be the topic taker, I guess, of Topic Smopicer.
The host?
What?
Czar.
The host, yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to call myself, to boost the whole ego thing and stuff. But, so
Emperor.
Today's episode, say what?
Emperor.
So, Emperor.
I don't know. I don't care. Whatever you want to call yourself.
I
Uh,
don't know what I call myself.
this is sounding a lot like another podcast. One that people get really distracted with, and like they shouldn't listen to. While
How is this?
driving.
How is this like?
What?
How is this like Distractables? How is this like Distractables? Please explain it to me. How is this like Distractables?
Well, there's that one host every week, and
We've been
and
recording
they,
for 1 minute. Like, Jesus Christ, Ryley.
Exactly. We've been recording for 1 minute, and you're already over here spreading some dumb shit. Come on now. But something that Distractables does do, which I do want to talk about, is anything going on with you guys that you want to talk about?
well,
Small talk.
y'all heard the story of the Apple issue where my account got deactivated a couple hours after I made it for no reason.
Oh, no.
That's
Not
about all I'm gonna say there.
I didn't catch that. You want to
Man,
start
that's-
over like 10 more times? Make sure we get it.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Well, yeah, nothing really going on with me.
Didn't you have that meme?
Oh, I watched the Fallout series.
Oh, yeah? Good.
Yeah, Hannah and I have been watching it. We've seen it. I think we're on our third run on it. But yeah, I really love it. Steven, do you know anything about Fallout?
Not particularly, no.
Well, there's a topic for another Schmopic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see what I did there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so cool.
You're the coolest, dude.
But yeah, like it's really fun. I really liked it. I've played Fallout a lot. I think since when Fallout 3 came out, I think I got it a couple months after it released. In 2008, and I've just been playing it ever since. Which, I mean, Steven, since you're starting to play like video games, besides sports games, you should really give Fallout a chance.
I got Fallout 4 on my account.
Yeah,
so if you wanna...
it's actually
Yeah.
already downloaded on my laptop. I haven't explored it yet.
Man, it's such a fun game.
My brothers,
I would.
they played Fallout 3 when it came out in New Vegas, especially my brother John. He played it like all the time. I sadly just could never get into them.
Yeah, you hate everything that's fun, though. That makes sense.
I like Elden Ring. That's fun.
Elden Ring is not fun.
Elden Ring is amazing.
Elden Ring. Okay, look. I'm not saying that it's not fun. I'm saying that, to me, dying over and over and over again until you finally defeat this one enemy, it's just not fun to me.
It sounds like
You know?
a skill issue. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh, it is a skill issue. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Yeah, it's hard for me. I couldn't get into. It's the same way with me and Dark Souls. I played Dark Souls. I think I played Dark Souls 1, like in 2014, early 2015.
Yeah.
And I played it with a buddy of mine, and we were just trying to figure out how to get in a game together. And then we figured out you have to like do some, some magic and
Oh yeah, the
putting
summoning.
this and that.
Yeah,
Yeah, the summoning shit. Yeah.
the summoning is I won't lie. It is kind of annoying for Dark Souls, but and that's why I like the seamless co-op mod in Elden Ring because it gets rid of that. But the game is so good. One of the best
I
games that made.
well, I mean, I just couldn't get into it. Now I can't say for like Dark Souls 2 or Bloodborne.
I hate Bloodborne.
I've never played them, and I've always had the idea of like, hey, let me get this game when it's on sale and try it out, see if I like it or not. Because I don't know, it just never appealed to me. The whole what do you call those types of games? Um, I wouldn't call them an RPG.
It's an RPG. It's a Metroidvania, but trying to think about what exactly you were trying to call it. Uh, can I get like a description, like another example game?
Uh, Absolutely not. You're gonna have to figure that one out on your own.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
Look, I
no
just
help
asked
with
the
that.
questions. You just have to answer them. I mean,
Who's asking the questions
but
here?
But it's an RP. It's 100% an RPG. All right. Well, I guess you're not.
what
asking.
what classifies like what's the weirdest game do you think that classifies as an RPG?
Fucking hell, that's a good question.
I mean, I've heard people. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but I've heard people say that Destiny is like an RPG, but it's not,
It,
which I don't understand what that
What
means.
Yeah, it's
what
an RPG.
classifies any game as an RPG, like on the basic level?
Like,
Uh,
well, it's just like a
leveling
role
up.
playing level. I mean, like it's a role playing experience. Like you get immersed in it. Like that's just what it is for me.
Okay.
I mean, like for Fallout, Fallout is an RPG. It's a sandbox RPG, is it not?
It
And
is. Yeah.
yeah, and I just play it and I get immersed in the character. I get immersed in the side quests and stuff. Um, I mean, Fallout 4 is a little difficult for me because I couldn't relate to it at all because I was just playing it the whole time and going like, man, this is just Fallout 3 but updated. Instead, I'm looking for my son instead of my father.
New Vegas was a lot different in that case.
A lot of people, okay, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this about 4. I really like 4. I think 4 is a good game. 76, I played 76 when it first came out. Ryley, we've already had plans to play that together.
Yep.
I would like to get back into it. I have played it with a buddy of mine back in like 2019 maybe. And actually, funny thing, I got it at GameStop for like 96 cents. I got Fallout 76 for 96 cents at GameStop.
Yeah, it was the beta was that bad, and not only that, it was also the initial release was so trash.
Oh my god.
They apparently they fixed it. It's good now. It's a good game now.
I mean, we'll be the judge of that. But hey, our opinions don't really matter. If you take our opinions seriously,
Oh, they're not-
you're fucking stupid,
The
dude.
points
yeah, you're
don't
fucking
matter.
you're. Anyway, points.
All right. No, this isn't Distractables. This is nowhere near Distractables.
Okay.
So
That's gonna be the title
you
of
know-
the episode. This is not Distractables.
This is not Distractables and never will be Distractables. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that now. I came up with this idea for this because, I was listening to Distractables and Brain Leak and,
Good podcast.
which are two really good podcasts, which you should go check out. But, so those two podcasts, they have this certain je ne sais quoi to them when it comes to just talking about random stuff that I really enjoy. And, obviously, Distractables makes a game out of it, with doing random points and stuff and all that. But with this game or well, this podcast, we're just gonna sit down and we're just gonna talk about things that we enjoy. Like one episode, Steven, I know you really enjoy. I mean, well, we both really enjoy, football, whether it be college, professional, semi-pro, doesn't matter. There could be an episode where we talk about that. You never know. But my topic's a little different because at the end, we are going to make something.
A baby?
No, we're not going to make a baby.
Oh.
But I am going to have a little activity. Just something fun for us to do,
Okay.
All right. So my topic today is something that we already went over.
In our own private time.
Yeah, in our own private time. So I had this original idea to have a topic where I would talk about something that I'm really interested in, which is theater. I've been in many productions of plays. I've been in, one musical, and I've directed a play. I've done movies, TV. I've worked at Tyler Perry Studios for like one day, and that was it. So like I'm really big into the arts. So I wanted to have a episode where we talk about the Great American Plays. Well, these eggheads already know about that. So I switched it up a little bit. Today, we are going to be talking about something different that does involve theater.
Yay.
But today, we're going to be talking about my favorite plays.
All right.
Yeah, my favorite plays. The reason why these are my favorite plays is because of either the story, the connections to it, probably the history behind it, so on and so forth,
I think I might be able to actually add on because I like movies. I'm not like the biggest movie buff, but like recently I came into a genre that I would like to talk about as well. And a certain name I relearned about, and I will get to later.
Oh, okay. Like later in the episode?
Yes.
Or a different episode?
This episode. I don't want I want you to. I don't want to overshine
No, yeah,
you,
you can
Emperor.
go ahead and talk about it. Yeah, that's fine. You can go ahead and talk about it.
All right. Well, I liked whodunit movies like murder mysteries, and you did one.
Right.
You actually did a play that which was really good, and we'll come back to it in just a second.
Yeah, I really don't want to go back to that one because of the different names that it was named in like the 40s.
Well, the 40s is the 40s. We're better now. It in its way, it's
The classic.
everything else was really good, but I was really interested in Knives Out and Glass Onion.
Glass Onion.
Those two are
yeah,
great movies. They're movies, not plays. But I also watched the movie version of Death on the Nile, Murder on the Express. I can't remember the exact movie, and then also The Haunting at Venice.
Yeah,
Wait.
so those are based off, either inspired or based off Agatha Christie books,
I learned that. That was the thing. I learned that recently, and I was like, in my head when I saw Agatha Christie's name, I was like, that sounds familiar, and I'm thinking, because my brain is weird, I can't like think names. I think about what they've done or their face or something like that. So when I heard Agatha Christie, I was trying to get it who it was. I knew they were a book writer. For some reason, I thought it was Frankenstein, but like, no, that's not correct. But when I looked it up, I saw the name of the play that you directed.
Yeah, and that play is And Then There Were None.
Yeah.
By Agatha Christie, and I just want to go ahead and say, I am not the biggest Agatha Christie fan. If you ever do your own research, look up and Then There Were None, and look up the previous names of the play, and you will see that Agatha Christie was not a nice person.
Wasn't it
I
like
want to go ahead and say that.
wasn't it
And
10 Little Indians or something?
yeah, it changed. It was something else when it first came out. I'm not gonna repeat the name. And then it was 10 Little Indians, and then it was, oh god, it was something else. I can't even remember it right now. But then it became And Then There Were None. Um, which I mean I thought it did, pretty well. Um, but it was a play that I had done in college. Me and Hannah were actually in it together, and then then later on I got an opportunity at a community theater to put on And Then There Were None, and I was able to get Hannah back in it too. So she was in two And Then There Were Nuns,
Oh yeah.
which that's pretty fun. But so something I want to talk about are my favorite plays. Right now I have two set up. I'm probably gonna do two, might do three, because I don't really have a big list per se. Probably like a couple, good ones to me. Um, Hold on. Let me. So this isn't in a particular order. This is just what I look up, and however it is. But let's go ahead and talk about Angels in America. Y'all know anything about Angels in America?
I know Angels in the Outfield.
That's
Yep.
not the right Angels. So
I know the Angels
Angels
are
in
losing
America.
to the Phillies.
no, this isn't baseball, Stephen. This is New York. But okay, so Angels in America, Part 1. Angels in America. This is a synopsis I'm reading from Spark Notes, by the way. So give me some credit here. All right. Angels in America focuses on the story of two troubled couples, one gay, one straight. Louis Ironson and his lover Prior Walter, and Mormon lawyer Joe Pitt and his wife Harper. After the funeral of Louis's grandmother, Prior tells him that he has contracted AIDS, and Louis panics. He tries to care for Prior, but soon realizes he cannot stand the strain and fear. Meanwhile, Joe is offered a job in the Justice Department by Roy Cohn, his right-wing, bigoted mentor and friend. But Harper, who is addicted to Valium and suffers anxiety and hallucinations, does not want to move to Washington. Two couples' fates quickly become intertwined. Joe stumbles upon Louis crying in the bathroom, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So basically that play is about the AIDS epidemic in America, basically. Because, I mean, it talks about, later on, it will talk about how the lawyer, Joe Pitt, he is closeted. And he's representing people who are religious that can't be who they are. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Who they can't be who they are because their religion says no, you can't do that. So he's fighting with that. The story with Pryor and Lewis, or I've heard Luis and I've heard Lewis, but the stories with them is that they're both gay lovers, and Pryor contracts AIDS, and Lewis panics by leaving him, basically. Because he's just like, I can't do anything with this person anymore. Like, in his mind, it's like, I'm panicking. What if I contracted? We can never have sex anymore. We can't do this. We can't do that. And he runs away.
How did he get AIDS? Like, the partner. How did?
I think it was from a blood transfusion,
Okay.
which was pretty. It was pretty common back in the 90s. Because
They didn't
they
really
didn't
know.
really. Yeah, they didn't. Well, and also they didn't really test for it. I would say they probably did. And maybe it was just like, oh, this one went under the radar, and then this person got this, so on and so forth.
Yeah. I was thinking like, oh, maybe the guy cheated, but no, that also really makes sense.
But Roy Cohn. So Roy Cohn that story is about this guy who was a lawyer, right wing, bigoted, all that. So his story is that he contracts AIDS. He gets AIDS, and he's a real life person who I know at one point he was Donald Trump's lawyer. I can't really tell you like why. I know it's bad stuff because he did a lot of bad things. He hurt the LGBTQ community a lot, and he's just not a good guy. He's just really not. He's an asshole. But turns out he would go on trips to other countries, and he would have sex with young boys, and he contracted AIDS because of it.
Good.
Good, yeah. I'm glad he got AIDS. Fuck that guy.
That's my contribution.
Oh, you're the one who gave it to him?
You're welcome, everyone.
Oh, but there's actually a really good moment in the play where Roy is sitting down talking to his doctor, and his doctor is trying to tell him that he has AIDS, but Roy's like, "Do not call me gay. It's liver cancer. If you say that I have AIDS, I will sue you for everything you have," basically. And so his doctor said, "You know what? Fuck you. You got liver cancer. Bigoted asshole."
Listen, straight people can get AIDS. What the fuck's wrong with that, dude?
This
get
was
it
like
was like-
the 80s, wasn't it?
I get it.
90s.
90s,
and I get
they
it.
didn't understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, because, if you think about it, a good example is Magic Johnson and Larry Bird.
Same
Because,
time period.
yeah, Magic Johnson contracted AIDS, and his own teammates didn't want to take showers with him because they had this. Say what now?
He has AIDS? He got AIDS? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, Hannah brought up a good point. They wouldn't even shake his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't get on the court with him. They didn't want him to sweat on him and everything. And Larry Bird was just like, if I get it, fuck it. And just came over there, started putting his arm around him, hugging on him and stuff. And they became really good friends. Even though, throughout the 70s, they were, one of the biggest rivals in the NBA.
Well, they were rivals, not enemies.
They respected
They
each
didn't
other.
hate
Well,
each other.
Yeah, they didn't hate each other, but, they played... so, from what I remember, Magic Johnson beat Larry Bird in the NCAA March Madness, and Larry got drafted first over Magic. I think that's what it was. And I think after that, everyone just started, saying, oh, they're going to be a rivalry. Oh, they're going to be a rivalry now. Because they hate each other, because they played each other the March Madness bracket, and they, blah, 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 blah. But, so yeah, Angels in America, I've seen part 1 and part 2. Part 2 is not as good as part 1. Basically, part 2, could not tell you what it was about. Could not tell you. All I know is, I think the guy who created it, I'm trying to remember his name right. Hold on, let me look this up real quick. It was Tony Kushner. Yeah, Tony Kushner was, I think, not forced, but he was kind of, pushed into making a second one because people loved it so much. Because the play does end on a cliffhanger, per se. And it's a wild play. At one point, Lewis is in his bed, and the ghosts of his ancestors come into the room and start talking to him, and just start. They just start talking to him and stuff. Some of them say some wild shit. I know one of them talks about him being gay. I think it was. There's a caveman. There's a. There's a caveman. There's a Victorian era man. There's a peasant. I know that one. And there's one more, and I can't remember it. But it's a wacky play. And part 2 of Angels in America has the space court or something. The people are the universe. The universe is deciding the fate of Roy Cohn. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because it didn't make fucking sense to me when I saw it. I saw it at in Atlanta, probably 2018 or 17.
It sounds very symbiotic. Not symbiotic.
It-
Symbolic.
Symbolic,
I think I said it right. I fucking
symboliac.
my brain fucking died there. Like I said it right in my head, and then I can't fucking
Symbolic.
say it.
Is
Symbolic.
that symbolic? Oh, is that the word you're looking
That
for?
is-
Symbolic.
That is what I said the second time. I said
Yeah,
symbiotic.
I mean, it is
Symbiotic.
symbolic. I mean, that's pretty much it for Angels in America. You know, I think it's, you know, so like talking about the greatest plays, like the Great American Plays, I think this one and Death of a Salesman, which I've already talked to you guys about, are both neck and neck. And the interesting thing about this is, so for our generation, so I would say probably 80s and up, they would say Angels in America is the Great American Play. It's well written, it's good. It's probably one of the best dialogues in a play that you'll be able to see in this century, or in last century. Trying to think. Death of a Salesman, for I want to say 70s and below, it's kind of like the Great American Play because it was made by Arthur Miller, one of the greatest playwrights of all time. But that story focuses on a guy named Willie who has dementia, and you know, you've already heard the spiel. He kills himself because he feels like he's a burden on his family, and his family gets the life insurance money. There's a lot of stuff in between that, but we're not going to get into that today. But I do want to get into my next one. So my next one is Fences by August Wilson. I'm sure you guys probably heard about the movie that came out. I don't remember what year. I think it was 2014. But it's with Denzel Washington in it.
Yeah, the baseball.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
baseball.
their baseball's mentioned in it. But
I never got.
So, John, I'm going to read again on Spark Notes. Fences is divided into 2 acts. An Act 1 is comprised of 4 scenes, and Act 2 has 5. The play begins on Friday, Troy and Bono's payday. Troy and Bono go to Troy's house for their weekly ritual of drinking and talking. Troy has asked Mr. Rand, their boss, why the black employees aren't allowed to drive the garbage trucks, only to lift the garbage. Bono thinks Troy is cheating on his wife, Rose. Troy and Rose's son, Corey, had been recruited by a college football team. Troy was in the Negro Leagues, but never got a chance to play in the minor leagues, because he got too old to play just as the minor leagues began accepting black players. Troy goes into a long, epic story about his struggle in July of 1943 with death. Lion shows up at the house because he knows it is Troy's payday. Rose reminds Troy about the fences she asked him to finish building. Corey and Troy work on these fences. Corey breaks the news that Troy news to Troy that he has given away his job at the local grocery store during the football season. Corey begs Troy to let him play because a coach from North Carolina is coming all the way from Pittsburgh to see Corey play. So, this play has a lot to do with I think I said the 40s. But it has a lot to do with a black family in basically during, segregation, during racism, bigotry, all that. And which, I mean, I'm kind of showing a theme here, but at the same time, I'm not trying to. But so the reason why Fences is good to me, why I love Fences, is because first off, it's August Wilson. August Wilson is one of the greatest playwrights of all time. And I know I said that about Arthur Miller, but August Wilson has to be somewhere up there. Fences story goes on to where Troy admits that he has generational trauma, basically. I believe some from his father, but most of it is from his time playing baseball. When he was playing baseball, he scored more than, or he had better stats than Jackie Robinson, and he never got called up to the major leagues. Jackie Robinson did, and he holds resentment to that, and he holds so much resentment to it that when his son starts doing good in football, and he knows that his son's like has scholarships from, or he has people coming to see him from North Carolina and Pittsburgh. Troy's like, no, what he needs to be doing is working because he just quit his job to do this. This isn't going to make good money, so I'm going to tell him that he's kicked off the football team because he gets the shot that I never have, and I'm jealous about that. And something else that Troy does, which is really messed up. So Troy's brother is in this play. I can't remember his name right now. But
Gabriel?
It's Gabriel. I think it is Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Yeah, Gabriel.
Lions.
No, Lions. Think Lions is the one that asks for money when he gets paid. But Gabriel has special needs, and he plays a trumpet, right?
Yeah.
And throughout the play, you can hear him play the trumpet, and he comes up, and, Troy's wife greets him and everything, and, they're all happy. Well, eventually, throughout the play, Troy gets tired of his brother, and he sends him off to an asylum where they lobotomize him. All this man wanted to do was play the trumpet and be happy. And then Troy said, no, this is annoying. I'm going to get his ass lobotomized.
Oh, wow. What a fucking asshole.
Yeah, he's a fucking asshole. But,
Didn't he actually cheat on his wife, too?
Yes, he did cheat on his wife. Yes, Troy did cheat on his wife. Troy is not a good man.
Yeah.
Troy is not a good person. But, to me, this story talks a lot about a family struggle, during those times. Well, it's more of a black family struggle during those times where, people were bigoted, awful human beings, and it's awful. It's terrible how they were treated during the 40s, 50s, 60s, even before that.
Even today.
I mean, yeah, even today, still. Hold on one second. Let me find. I'm trying to remember if that's Gabriel or not. Yeah, it should be Gabriel. Gabriel? Should be Gabriel. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So, I have actually never seen this play, but I've seen the movie. I've watched the movie twice. I did a report on it in college where we sat down, read the book, and then took a test on it, and then talked about the play. And something that our director talked about was, is Troy a good father? And surprisingly, some people said yes, some people said no. It was mixed. And it's all up to how you were raised. You know what I mean? Because some people might sit here and say, oh, yeah, I was raised like that, and I came out all right. Or someone would go, oh, I wasn't raised like that. This is terrible. This person's abusive to their son. Which, I'm on the boat that Troy is abusive. Troy is not a good person. Troy is an awful human being.
I haven't watched the movie. I've seen this. And I guess I'm looking at it from a very bad angle. But I would also say, no, he's not a good father.
Well, there's... go ahead. I'm sorry.
And from what even you're describing, he's taking opportunities away from his son because he's jealous. He's upset that he didn't get those opportunities.
Exactly. Yeah. There is actually a version of this play. I think it's from the 80s. I think it's from the 80s. I want to say it's the 80s, but it has James Earl Jones in it, where he plays Troy. And I like his Troy a lot, but I think Denzel Washington knocks it out of the park because I just hate Denzel Washington in that movie. I just hate him.
That
Every
shows
time.
that you're really a good actor if they hate you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've always told myself that, like, if you ever play the villain and people are like, "Hey, you're an awful human being," go, "Oh, thank you for the compliment." Yeah, I appreciate that. That's so meaningful. Thank you. But let's see. The last one I want to get into today is a play that I saw in Atlanta at Alliance Theater, and I absolutely loved everything about it. So this play is called Hand to God. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up real quick. Playbill's taking its time. All right, so this is a short synopsis, all right? Shy, inquisitive student Jason finds an outlet for being burgeoning?
What?
Burgeoning?
Urging?
Burgeoning? Burger King?
Can you send it into the chat? So we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
read it?
I'll send it into the chat. Yeah. help me out. Help me out here, Steven.
What?
I know you're a big word guy.
Huh.
Burgeoning?
Hold on. Let me pull up the chat.
Googling that. He's growing up. That's what's happening. He's growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's growing up at the Christian Puppet Ministry in
He's-
devotedly religious, relatively quiet small town of Cypress, Texas. Until his hand what's that, Ryley? Go ahead and interrupt me.
I'm gonna interrupt you because I have ADHD. He's burgeoning.
Oh yeah,
That's
is
how you
burgeoning. Yeah, burgeoning.
Yeah, he's a virgin.
pronounce it.
Sorry, it took me a second to
All
read
right.
the chat. Burgeoning.
So get this. It's in a small town in Cypress, Texas. Until his hand puppet, Tyrone, once soft-spoken, takes on a shocking and dangerously irrelevant personality all on its own. As Tyrone influences over Jason steadily grows, Hand to God explores the strategically fragile nature of faith, morality, and the ties that blind us. It's a dark one. Basically, his puppet is controlled by the devil. And, it's a wild play. It is really wild, and the special effects for it are absolutely amazing. I kind of, it's really hard to explain what goes on in it. Like, I mean, obviously, as the synopsis said, Jason and his puppet Tyrone go to church, and he has the puppet with him, and the puppet just starts taking over sometimes and says some wild shit, and everyone's like, "Oh, Jason, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, what the fuck would you say that? That's totally not cool, bro." He's like, "Hey, it's not me, it's this puppet right here." And they're like, "Okay, yeah, sure, you fucking psychopath. Yeah, I'm sure it is."
So he has Slappy the dummy.
Yeah, it's Slappy, yeah, from Goosebumps. That's a good one. That's a good one. It's a good callback. Good callback there, Ryley.
Yeah. Because we totally mentioned Goosebumps.
Yeah, we have. You just weren't on the call. So, a lot of this play deals with very complicated sets. From when I saw it in Atlanta, it had a set on what I call a Lazy Susan stage, which basically is just a stage with a giant circle in the middle that spins around. So, like, one side of the stage is the outside of the church, and the other side is the inside of the church. And there's also a bedroom. There's a car scene. There's a playground scene which takes place outside the church. It's strange. It's strange. But basically in the play, there's a woman that gets sexually assaulted by a priest, who on the who on Playbill.com on Broadway was played by Bob Saget, Pastor Greg, R.I.P. Bob Saget.
Rest in peace, Bob Saget.
Yeah, I didn't really watch his stuff besides American Home Video. I know he didn't. I know he had like
You never saw
some
Full
troubled
House?
stuff going on.
Family House, Full House. That's
I
what it was.
never watched Full House.
I didn't
I'm
like the
sorry,
show, but I watched it.
I did. I enjoyed the show. I didn't watch Fuller House, but I liked Full House. It was entertaining.
It was
I've
too
heard-
cheesy.
I've heard bad and good things about Fuller House, and I just don't know what to believe, but I just don't care for it. Not really a big Full House fan. I watched it as a kid because I grew up with two sisters, but I didn't really.
I'm not a fan of
Didn't really care for
reboots
it.
anyway. I don't know why they feel the need to reboot a show from the 90s just because they can. They're doing a Saved by the Bell reboot now.
Oh god, there was a movie called I think it's called like Kill by the Bell.
Oh,
Or
I know what
something
you're
like
talking
that.
about. Yeah,
Have
Boy,
never saw
Boy
it though.
Kills World.
Hmm.
Is that it? Yeah, Boy Kills World 2023. Wait, 2023? I thought this movie hasn't came out yet. It's got Bill Skarsgård in it.
Have you seen so Mickey Mouse and
Yeah, I've seen Mickey Mouse.
for some reason the bear, I can't think of the bear's name.
Are you talking about Winnie the Pooh?
Winnie the Pooh.
Yes,
They're
there's
both
there's a horror
the
movie.
horror movies.
Christopher Robin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw a little bit of that. I'm not too interested in it, honestly.
I don't blame you, but it is interesting just the thought process that we have those now because of the public domain is gone for Mickey Mouse. I mean,
I'm happy it is.
it's in the public domain.
Millennials
I
are taking
think
the wheel of the arts now, and these are the things that go through our heads.
Mickey Mouse is now in the same spot as Alice in Wonderland.
Steamboat Willie, at least.
Yeah, and we'll see other more versions of Mickey Mouse come in, and even then we could just take Mickey Mouse for that and then build off of it the way we want to, as long as we don't copyright like the modern Mickey Mouse. We could give them color. We can make them blue and green,
We can add them to our
not
logo.
red. Yeah, let's add Mickey Mouse to the Topic Smopic logo.
No, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. I just made that logo like, what, 3 hours ago, 2 hours ago? I'm not changing it. I like it. It's going to stay the way it is.
Plus, it kind of feels like, the South Park episode where they named their company Washington Redskins. It kind of has that vibe to it. It's a known name.
They're actually trying to, I forget the group that, I think it's like the Native American, I cannot remember the name of the group. Hold on one second. But they're trying, there's a Native American group that wants them to bring back the Washington Redskins name because the photo or the person on the helmet is Chief Whitecalf, who was actually a real person that they modeled for their logo. Trying to think of that.
Wasn't there a European? I think it was Spanish or Italian. I can't remember which. But he played Native Americans back in like the 80s.
Hold on one second. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. It's called the Native American Guardians Association. They accused the NFL franchise and the new owner Josh Harris of defamation, civil conspiracy, and civil rights violation for their role in suppressing Native American history. So that's what it is about. They're suing them, trying to get them to go back to the Washington Redskins, keep the logo, because it when it was created, it represented a lot about Redskin history, or
Native
Native
American.
American Redskins histories, stuff like that. Like that's what they're saying.
Who complained about the original?
Well, lots of people.
Yeah, lots of people did.
I feel like it was a lot of white people.
Well,
I mean,
at least
I
half of
wouldn't
them,
doubt
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the white guilt, like that.
As-
There's a lot of that.
Listen, if you're gonna defend another group of people, you better be doing it for them, or you better be making sure that that's something they want,
Well,
and you're just.
that's where the question comes in. It's like, did they ask to be defended? Did they ask for your help? Because a lot of times you'll see some folks, they'll think they're talking on behalf of another group of people, and then the other group's like, yeah, whatever. Like, we have more important
Yeah.
things, but sure, change the name.
They
Who cares?
They are talking on behalf when they should be talking with. Like you're like when you're talking for another group, your voice is only supposed to like be another amplification. You're not supposed to speak for them.
Yeah, my only thing was like, if they were very adamant that it had to be that name. The owner was adamant, like, oh, we're not changing. Like, it's a golden opportunity to rebrand, as they found out, and you could have just called yourself anything. Like, why not the Red Tribe or something that's actually not an offensive name, at least on the surface.
I agree with that. I think Redskins is really, really bad.
I mean, we don't have a team like the Alabama Rednecks. Like, that's it's not maybe not quite as offensive on that level, but there's a reason we don't have it.
I still think there should be a team that calls themselves the Caucasians, just for the shits and giggles.
Yeah, I'm surprised
'Cause
Cleveland
I love
didn't do that.
Yeah, Cleveland's a good example of a team that needed to change their names, because from what I understand, they had no implications on like anything to do with Native Americans. They just kind of said, "Yeah, we're the Indians," which is really dumb, in my opinion, because the reason why people referred to Native Americans as Indians is because when Christopher Columbus came over here, he thought he was looking for India. And he said, "Hey, are you guys Indians?" They said, "No, who the fuck is this 5'4" white man coming in on our land?" "Oh wow, they're speaking Indian. They must be Indians."
I listen. Y'all gave me shit for calling Christopher Columbus a fucking dumbass, and now y'all gonna come in and you're like, "Yeah, he is a fucking dumbass." Okay.
Yeah, because you're fucking wrong all the time, Ryley. You should understand that.
Yeah,
But
it's
I'm
only
right
fair.
in this case.
No.
No, we never said you were right. No, we never said you were
Absolutely
right. I don't
not.
remember saying you were right.
I never said that.
For sure. I will, to the day I die, say Christopher Columbus is a dumbass. Fucking is.
And you are
yeah,
wrong,
he's
and he is a dumbass.
We got.
Yeah, he is a dumbass.
Does that clear it up?
No.
All right. Okay. So I gave you guys 3 of my favorite plays. Okay. So here's what I want you guys to do for me. We're gonna do a little activity. So go ahead and bring out your activity planners, kids.
What?
I left mine at home.
Yeah, me too.
What's that teachers used to say about being unprepared?
Oh, my dog ate it. My bad.
No, it was something like they would tie you to a tree and tear out your intestines.
Excuse me. What, did your teacher say this to you?
What elementary school
Yeah,
did
they
you
used
go
to beat me with machetes instead of rulers.
Oh God.
But anyway, so today I want you two, on the spot, to come up with my next favorite play. Steven?
Well, that about wraps
I'm
up the
gonna start-
podcast.
No, it doesn't.
Thank you all for joining us.
We're not ending it here. Okay, Steven, I'll make you go second. How about that? Ryley, I'll put you on the spot, okay? You have, let's say, let me pull up a timer here. I'm going to
10
do...
seconds.
No. I'm going to be more grateful or gracious than that. I'm a good host, We're gonna do not 30 minutes. Oh dear God, no.
Um,
Let's do
1 minute.
2 minutes. 2 minutes, and it has to be a 3-act play. Okay, you can make the acts as long as you want. All right, you just have to tell me a story that talks about those 3 plays I mentioned. You can combine them. You can create a story that talks about those subjects. You can do a totally different story with new characters, different ideas, stuff like just do whatever you want. Okay.
Okay.
This is all for my entertainment.
I'm not much of a playwright.
I don't care. I don't care.
Fairly creative.
I do not care. I do not care. You're gonna do this, and you're gonna like it. Okay. So you got 1 minute starting now.
Okay. Well, I've told part of this before, but I had the idea of a Vietnam soldier coming home from where he meets friend. His parents are gone. He was an only child, and he's coming home. So 2 friends who are together, they're in a relationship. They invite him to their home to like stay in their basement to until he's back on his feet.
You got 20 seconds.
It hasn't been 2 minutes yet.
I know. I said 30 seconds.
Oh.
Or did I say 30 seconds? I'm in a minute. By the way, you got 10 seconds left.
Anyway, he's damn it, I'm stuttering now. It's all your fault.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Ryley, let's talk about your idea. So, first things first, I want to tell you I really like the sad parts of it. A Vietnam veteran who's probably been through a lot. He's wanting help. He goes to his friends. His friends are like, if my wife says it's okay, I'll let you stay with me for a little bit till you get off your feet. And what else? What else did you say about it?
That's about all I got. Well, can I get an extra minute?
I'm gonna have to ask Steven on that. Steven, are you allowing another minute?
Okay, I mean that's fine. I'm kind of trying to get some ideas of my own.
Oh, okay. So Steven's over here cheating. All right. So we're gonna do an extra 30 seconds. Okay, Ryley?
Okay.
Okay. You have to the count of 3. All right.
Alright.
1, 2, 3.
Alright. So the first act is all about him coming home. He's adjusting and he starts meeting a couple friends. But in the second act, it's where his PTSD kicks in and he starts having trouble and he starts self-sabotaging until the third act where he's back on it, back getting help, and he's finally starting to process coming back home, being alone, and then the final end is where he has his own house, he has his friends, he has...
All right. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you I didn't hear a word you just said.
Really?
I don't know what
No. I heard you.
I was about to say.
So, okay. I can see where you're going from. It sounds like a play that hits the waterworks. Makes you just want to cry. Now, would you say that this is a comedy, a drama, a dramatic comedy,
It's
dark comedy?
It's dramatic. It's gonna have some comedic parts in it, but I would see more as a drama. It's about a man coming back and he's finally getting his life back together, and it's about really people coming together to help somebody who really needs.
Wow, that's
About friendship.
Yeah. Oh, it's about friendship. Okay. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and give it. I'll go ahead and tell you that it's an interesting idea. I'll give you that. It's an interesting idea. Now, would I say it's my next favorite? I don't think so. It's still got some kinks to it. Still no ending to it. Can't wait for part 2 of it so I can hear the ending.
You were supposed to be the guy who invites. This was based off you, house.
I never went to Vietnam.
no. That part is played by Hobbs.
He went to Vietnam.
Yes, he did, Steven. Yes, he did. All right, bud. I'm gonna give you. How about I'm a gracious, fair person.
Do I get points?
The points
There
don't
are
matter.
no fucking. There are no fucking points to this. And Steven, the points do matter if there are points. Okay. This is not Distractables, damn it.
But they don't matter.
Even though they do put on a pretty good podcast, we are not Distractable. We are not affiliated with them at all.
Probably should be.
Yeah, we probably should be. We probably get a lot of money from that. All right, Steven. So today, I'm going to give you 2 minutes on the timer.
Okay. You ready?
Oh, I've already started it.
All right. So there's this kid, high school kid, jock, star of the football team. This takes place about in the 90s, and he was born into a military family. Like, he's the apple of their eye. Everything's going great, but as he's graduating high school, he's planning to get into the military. He wants to be a pilot, but he's hiding a secret. The secret is that he's gay. And during the 90s, that's when the Don't Ask, Don't Tell became popularized. So that first act, while he's growing up or whatever, he's going off in the military, we find out at the end that he is gay. The second act, he's going through that while going through basic training. He's at war with himself, trying to hide who he is, because he's afraid that if it's revealed that he won't, that number one, he'll be a disappointment to his dad, and number two, he won't be able to be a pilot like he always wanted to be. So he's at this constant struggle until he meets somebody while he's on basic training. They hit it off, have a relationship, and then from there it blossoms into something more, until finally, towards the middle to the end, he finally works up the courage to reveal himself to his parents, only for his parents to disown him. Tell him he's not their son anymore. So, struggles with that for a while, hates himself, and then eventually comes to find out that he doesn't need his parents' approval. That he is who he is, and regardless of who he is, he can still achieve his dreams. So he goes on and becomes a pilot anyway. And then just for the hell of happy endings, eventually his dad comes around.
That's time.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and say Steven came out swinging. Ryley, you should feel ashamed of yourself. That was gorgeous. He's not even saying anything. That's how mad he is, Steven.
It was a really good play.
That was really, really well thought out. Holy hell. Yeah, I would go see that. That sounds like a really interesting story. I mean, it's really sad. I mean, you both stuck with the drama, which I appreciate, because I like dramas. I like dramatic plays, dramatic comedies. That was very poetic, Steven. I appreciate you sharing that.
That was the improv I came up with about 60 seconds to prepare.
Okay.
You had about 3 minutes.
Whoa, okay.
Well, now we're going to change it up a bit. Now I want you guys to make the next Broadway musical. I want to hear your stories on the next Great American Broadway musical. Just the story. It doesn't have to be the songs. If you want to sing songs, I'll give you extra points with that. I mean, no points, no extra points. There are no extra points. There are only winners and losers. Steven, you won that round. Congratulations. Good job, bud.
Yay.
Ryley, get better. Just get better.
No, the winner should go first.
That's what I'm doing.
Wow.
If you would let me finish what I was saying, that would be great. If you just listen before you spoke. Okay. All right, we're good. All right.
Sorry.
So, Steven, I'm gonna start with you, and we're gonna shorten down the timer a little bit because I think 2 minutes was way too much because you actually got a lot of stuff in there. All right, now Steven, you have 1 minute to tell me the next great American Broadway show, starting now.
All right, it's called The Secret Life of Hobbs. And it's about the joys of working at a retail store, and dealing with people and customers and everything. We'll have a whole lot of musical numbers about stocking groceries, and even more musical numbers about managers who don't know what they're doing, telling you about your job that you barely know what you're doing. And the whole play is going to take place at like 5 a.m. in the morning. That's also when we're going to show the play. So you got to buy tickets and show up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to see it. So yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and call it there.
Best play I've ever heard. Best Broadway.
Holy shit, that was good. So your character Hobbs, right? He's a retail worker,
Yeah.
right? How long has he been working retail for?
Probably about 10 years or so.
Really?
Yeah, off and on.
Really? Off and on.
Yeah.
Do you know someone by that work ethic?
No.
By the name?
Honestly, no. That's just one that came to me in a dream. So.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. I just always
Was it a nightmare?
I think so. I've always liked the name, but now that I say it out loud, it's kind of scary.
Man, I feel like it should be like Voldemort, you know?
Yeah.
He who should not be named. Because you never know. You say his name 3 times, he might appear one day.
Yeah, that's kind of the plan, I guess. That's why I wasn't looking at a mirror.
So, Steven, I want to ask you who's going to direct this play.
I was hoping you
musical.
would, but I know
Me?
you're busy.
Oh, I appreciate that. I'm honored, but no, I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. Rehearsals would be at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and we wouldn't get out until 9.
Yeah, right about. Sometimes we'll start at midnight and stay till 12, and sometimes we'll do like 4 hours, come in at 2 and end it at 6. I mean,
Wow.
just depends on the needs of the play.
What was the name of it again?
The Secret Life of Hobbs.
Oh, great play. Or great musical. Wonderful. I can't wait to hear the songs.
Yeah, I feel like the name
that you're going to be singing in a little bit.
the name could
All
use
right.
some work, but
Ryley.
All right, I think I got something good here.
All right. Give me 1 second because I didn't say start. Okay. So. All right. So, The Secret Life of Hobbs by Stephen Kerr. Okay.
Star
Go
single,
ahead and
scan
write it down.
this.
All right. So Ryley,
Yeah.
I want you to come up with a play in 1 minute, or a musical in 1 minute. The next great American musical. Okay.
Okay.
All
So, tell me when I can start.
Oh, it's already going, buddy.
Oh shit! So this is about a man and a woman. The woman, her husband just left her one day randomly. The other guy, he found his girlfriend cheated. Both of these separately happened, and they never met each other before. But they each moved to a town to just get away from everything and start anew. And one of the things they do is they see a little local play, and it's a musical. So they both audition, and they get the main lead. And at first, they don't like each other. But they start to like form a relationship, and eventually at the end, they do fall in love. And it's them trying to get over the pain of their ex, and starting anew with somebody and they're not sure.
Okay, timer, stop. Is this fucking La La Land?
I don't fucking know. I was gonna call it play-by-play.
That sounds so much like fucking La La Land.
It sounds
Did
like
you
a
just
Well,
recite
at least you know it's a winner.
the synopsis? La La Land? No, fuck you. Fuck you.
Or is it a
Who
winner?
the fuck do you want to direct this? No, I want to hear it. Who do you want to direct this?
I don't fucking
Go ahead, I'll fucking
Some
wait.
random Hallmark person. I don't fucking know.
Hallmark?
Hallmark!
Wait, what?
Hallmark person?
Listen.
Wait,
I
what
thought this was
exactly is
great
a
idea.
Hallmark person?
Hallmark movie. It's people who direct Hallmark.
He knows what a Hallmark movie is.
Oh my
So,
god.
Okay,
I want
alright.
to.
I want to know who a Hallmark
completely
person
clear.
is.
Just a director from them. But to be clear, I've never watched La La Land.
Like Aunt Becky?
Never seen it.
You sort of got it. Kind of.
Did
I mean, you kind of got it.
God
Just a
damn
little
it.
bit.
I'm.
I mean, I don't want to sit here and go into La La Land.
Did
But
I
that,
seriously just randomly
so
rip off?
what? Yeah, you know what you did, you son of a bitch. You know exactly what
No,
you
I
did.
didn't. I've never watched the movie.
All right, Steven wins by default with that round.
Oh no, I was gonna call.
God,
play-by-play.
shut up. No, you weren't. You copied La La Land and you tweaked it a little bit
No, I
to fit your
didn't.
fucking narrative. You fucking dummy dumb.
I didn't. I've never watched La La Land. That was completely.
I hope that you go to sleep tonight and you just can't fall asleep. That's what I hope right now. You son of a bitch. All right. So on to the last round. This is winner takes all. Steven, you might be up by 2, but if you get this, it's worth 3 points. Steven, for you, it's
thought there
worth negative
wasn't
1
it.
point.
Oh, please.
I thought there wasn't any points. What the fuck?
No, there's points. They just
Well,
don't matter.
negative 1 win, negative 1 win plus 2 loss, or plus 3. You know what I mean? It's negative
No, I don't,
negative 1
actually.
win.
There's points apparently.
Yeah, no, there's no points. There's winners and losers. Okay,
Then how am I winning?
we've been over this.
Okay.
You're not winning by points. You're winning because you have the most wins. Are you arguing? Would you like for me to give them to Ryley? Because I can do that.
I'll take them.
I mean,
I'll take some points.
All right. Okay. The last one. Okay. Ryley, what was the name of your play? Or
Oh,
musical?
I was gonna call it play-by-play.
he's gonna call it La La Land.
Okay, play by play. I want to hear this cast list. Is it going to be Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone?
No, it was not. I didn't have a cast list.
I got one.
Okay. So here's what I want you to do. Steven, we're going to start with you since you won the last one. You're gonna sing me a song from The Secret Life of Hobbs.
All right.
And I'm gonna be a good noodle here. Hold on. I just want to hear a little bit from it. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds, okay?
That's fair. Now, keep in mind, my cast list, I think the lead can only be played by Zac Efron. I feel like that has to be the lead. Go.
Oh, and why is that? Why would you want Zac Efron to play this secret
he's-
person named Hobbs?
Well, you know, he just seems perfect for the role. Like he's who I envision a Hobbs-like figure to be.
Okay.
Plus the High
okay.
School Musical kind of thing. Like I think he can do it. He can do the musical thing.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And he'll be singing
I can respect that.
the hit single, "Baby You Can Stock My Bread."
Okay, baby, you could stock my bread from The Secret Life of Hobbs. All right, Steven, whenever you're ready.
Ding goes the scanner. Baby, you can stock my bread. Not that stack. That stack. You dumb son of a bitch. Why did you pull from the truck, you dumb piece of shit? Baby, you can stock my bread, but not that one. That one that I told you to stock last week. There we go.
Oh my god. All right. So, baby, you can suck my bread from The Secret Life of Hobbs. I would say that was pretty good, Steven. That was honestly really good. I like that. Actually, I loved it. I loved it. You had a. I can't stop. I'm sorry. It's not even that funny to me. It's just the idea of it.
It makes you want to see it
At
at 5 a.m.
Yeah, it makes you want to see it. That was a good good song for the play or musical. I keep doing that. Any comments about it? Like, what made you think of that song? What inspired you?
There was a giant stack of bread that needed to be stocked. And as I was envisioning it, I was like, you know what? Somebody else could stock this bread for one damn second. But,
Yeah.
of course, if I tell them to, they're going to stock the wrong one. So maybe it's like it's a conflict. Like, as you're going through the song, it's like, yes, you can stock it, but please don't do it wrong. But I know you're going to do it wrong because you're dumb, and I'm going to have to go and do it behind you. So it's like a whole conflict.
Right. Yeah. Well, I would like to say that that was really good. Ryley, you got Neil here, son. You gotta pull it up. And you gotta get in there. Gotta get in there hard.
Very hard.
Yeah.
I am
So,
very hard.
all right, you know the rules.
And so do
So-
I. So do you.
I want you to give me a song from Play by Play. All right.
Oh, this is gonna be difficult because I'm not. A
Whenever
songwriter.
you're ready, bud.
God damn it, you're not helping, Steven, because you're singing over there.
Look, I'm being gracious here. I'm being gracious here.
Give him 45 seconds.
Look, I'm giving. No, I haven't started it yet. I'm waiting on him. Whenever he's ready.
I'm trying to think of it.
Am I gonna need a timer for me to set the timer?
I'm trying to come up with something, but you put me very much on the spot, and he's doing a comedy. I'm supposed to do like a
Whenever you're
romance
ready. Whenever you are ready, which is in the next 3 seconds.
Oh, man.
3, 2, 1.
I got my heart broken. Now, here you are. I fucking hate this. Fuck you, Jarrett. Making me do this bullshit. I don't even know what to sing. I'm just gonna do country accent. Like I lost my truck, like I lost my girl.
Okay. I'm on. Okay.
Take
all
it
right.
away. I think I can't compete with that.
I feel like,
with what
I don't know, I
Steven
felt
wants.
that.
I felt nothing but glass. It was awful. I'm
What?
sorry, but it was just bad.
It was like glass shattering. My heart is shattered when you walked out the door and told me about other Bob.
Made my heart splatter.
What? So anyway, as I was saying, it was awful. That was terrible.
Of course it was.
That was the worst song I have ever.
Yeah, that
like,
you
my
ever
ears.
heard, yada yada yada.
No, it's not the worst I've ever heard. I've heard some pretty bad things. Now, that one definitely made my ears bleed. I got a little bit of blood coming out of my ears. But it's not from the singing. It's from the words that just stabbed into my earlobes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just. It was Steven. You ran away with it, bud. You
I
ran away with it. 3-0, baby.
I think you won this episode of Distractible.
You mean the one that's not distractible?
Oh yeah. Topic Smopic.
Yeah.
Man.
Topic Smopic.
I
The
should
name
have
of our podcast that we are doing.
honestly should have just found a song that I felt suited the vibe and just fucking sang that. And that's what I was kind of wanting to do, but I wanted to come up with something original.
Well, what other songs
I
are from
couldn't.
La La Land?
No,
Yeah,
I've never watched La La Land.
All right, it's okay. So Steven, you took it away. I just want to sit here and say congratulations to you. I can't wait to see your play on Broadway next year.
Yeah. It's an
I
honor.
went ahead and signed you to a $2.5 trillion deal.
Hell yeah.
Damn, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, but you're not going to get it until you go to New York City. You got to do it on your own dime.
I got this.
Yeah, but you can't use your car. You got to walk. I'm sorry to say. And
There are
you got
buses.
exactly 22 hours to get that done.
You know what? I got
22
this.
hours? I think you
All
can do
right.
it, yeah.
Yeah,
Just be sure
yeah.
you spell my name
I'm
right
glad.
on the check.
Yeah, that's with a PH, right?
Absolutely not.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm mistaken. Sorry. Well, guys, I gotta say, should we wrap up the first episode?
Yeah, yeah. Wait. Roach, do you have anything to say about this? Astounding.
Moving
Thank you,
words.
Roach.
Yeah. Wow.
I gotta say that
he
honestly,
didn't-
that
he-
choked me up a little bit.
Yeah, and he didn't mention La La Land. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Well, any parting words, guys? Anything you guys want to talk about before we end this?
I got two things. One's a question. Who will host next episode?
Oh, that's a good question.
Is
Well, you
Steven
know-
because he won, or is it going to be Roach because he's not here?
Well, yeah, I'm thinking because it should be Roach because he's not here.
All right.
You know, and Steven, you know, you get a freebie here. You know, instead of you having to sit down and try to get everything going, we're gonna have Roach suffer with that. Since he wants to be, I'm at work right now.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Like a
It's
loser.
Topic Smopic. Quit your job. Come to the podcast on time and talk about some topics.
Yeah. My second thing I wanted to say is I never watched La La Land, damn it.
Did La La Land win the
Yeah.
award, or were they the ones that had the award taken away?
They had the one taken away.
Okay.
Why did they get taken away?
Steve
I think
Harvey
it was
picked the wrong name or whatever.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
Moonlight. Moonlight won. Yeah, La La Land lost. Moonlight won. Which I haven't really seen Moonlight. That's actually been on one of my to watch movies.
Oh, wait, that wasn't Steve Harvey, was it?
Yeah, I think no. Steve Harvey was.
He was the Miss America or Miss Universe thing.
Who was that? Oh my
Who was
god.
hosting that? Yeah.
Let's see. Oscars mess up.
Somebody said the wrong name, and then they went with it, and then somebody finally corrected it.
Okay, I just read the synopsis of La La Land. That is not the same story I came up with.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. So what was it? It's not saying. I want to say it was Jimmy Kimmel.
May have been.
Oh my god. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel.
He messed it up.
Yeah, it was
or...
Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, he messed it up.
Huh.
No, he didn't. Who the hell messed it up?
I feel like. Am I just? Am I? Did I
Wait, who
dream
messed
that?
up what?
Like somebody said one won an award, and then they just said the wrong name, and it turns out it was another one. Unless I
Wait, no,
dreamt
I
that.
know what you're thinking of. It wasn't an award. It was.
It was like-
It was
Oscar.
it was the Oscars.
Yeah.
It was Miss America.
I know that happened.
Yeah,
Miss
that's
America.
Steve
but-
Harvey. We've been over that. Jesus Christ! Come on now, wake up,
Sorry,
wake up, Riley,
I was
Wake
reading
up!
La La Land bullshit.
wake up, wake up,
I
Wake
didn't
up.
dream that.
wake
did
up,
I?
Riley. The accident wasn't your fault, Riley. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Warren Betty.
Warren Beatty.
I
Betty
think
and Dunaway.
Dunaway. Faye Dunaway? Yeah, Faye Dunaway and Warren Betty? Yeah. That's who it was. Yeah, they screwed the pooch.
Wow.
Yeah, fuck you guys for screwing the pooch.
Yeah. Get better. Womp womp. But anyway, I would say that's where we can wrap it up. Yeah, if your name is what did we say? Warren Betty? Is that right?
I think it's Warren Beatty.
Actually, it's
Yeah,
Ryan Cullinan who messed up.
Yeah. If your name's any of those, you're a fuck up.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, Warren Betty and Faye Dunaway. No, just kidding. Much love.
We love you guys.
No,
Mistakes happen.
Riley doesn't.
Oh, that's too much.
Riley does not love anybody. But anyway, that does it for this episode. I just want to thank everybody for listening. Want to thank my two co-hosts here, Riley and Steven.
For being here.
Yes, and today's sponsor is nobody. No one.
Sponsor.
No.
Sure.
One day we'll
sponsor at
have
all.
one, but not today.
No, we won't.
Big sad.
Would you sponsor this?
Yes, I would love.
No. But anyway, that concludes this episode. Everyone, I'd just like to say thank you for listening to the podcast, so on and so forth. I've already said that. And I will see you in the... No, wait, that's Markiplier. Wait, I can't say that. Hold on.
We will see you in the next podcast.
Don't
No, we
say that.
won't.
No, we'll get sued. We will get sued.
I think we're already
All right,
going to
well,
get
nobody-
sued after
Take
running
it
over-
Nobody's gonna
easy.
see
Take
us.
it easy. We'll see you in the next one. All right, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Topic Smopic.